goodness. I'm always terrified that I'm going to go flying on this thing. Good morning. Let me get YouTube and TikTok lined up. Oh, my eyes. Good morning. Hello, Scruffy Jim. Morning, David. Morning, Mike. Oh, my goodness. It's a little chilly. It's afternoon where you are, yes, in the UK. It is afternoon. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for your hotties. I'll just stay still. There you. Good morning, everybody. What time is it? 7:15 a.m. It is a beautiful, whatever the day is today. Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. Hello from North Alabama. Hello, good morning. I'm on YouTube and TikTok, like I am every morning. Hi, Teresa. Good morning. So croaky this morning. Make sure we are tapping that screen on TikTok especially. The TikTok rule is you've got to get to 10,000 taps within that first 10 minutes to help push you to the FYP. So, good morning. It is, what are we, Thursday? I've been waiting for your live. Thank you. I didn't go live yesterday. Sometimes I just don't go live. Maybe one day a week. I might take a break. Me and my parents moved from Cornwall to downtown LA. Cool. Rebecca, yeah, Rebecca, it's about the same here actually this morning. We're 5 hours behind here in Florida, behind the UK, so it's 7:15 a.m. Is there a difference in regards to school holidays? There's no half terms. They don't exist. I think we have maybe a week more holiday a year, or the same, but the summer holidays are the long ones. Christine, thank you. When did you make the move to the States? 7 months ago. We're in Northeast Florida, South Jacksonville. The weather is better today. Yeah, it's going to be nice today. Morning, Dan. Hi, Shell. Shell. Morning. Devin! Morning, Devin. Would I prefer to look for houses close to the beach? No, I don't think so. We're not like epic beach people. But I like to be further inland. Good morning, Faye. Morning. Make sure we keep tapping that screen. How long is your school holidays? They vary. They get a week here and there. No half terms. They have it kind of slightly differently. And then 2 weeks Christmas, 2 weeks Easter, and about 10 weeks in the summer. Which is I know how parents deal with it because it's always been that way out here, and they have lots of camps as well. We were based in South Morden in Essex. That is where we were based before we moved here. My husband's ex-military. Do I see any crocodiles? 1. Do you pay for your kids' school? No. 10 weeks in the summer, I know. I don't think it needs to be that long. Edison, morning. You've watched my live for 500 minutes, Teresa, that's insane. I love that. Yeah, 10 weeks is fun. But remember, this is America, right? So there are dozens and dozens and dozens of camps for kids to go to of all sports. And every club that your kid goes to will have summer camps, and they'll have Easter camps, and they'll have everything. So if you want to, your kids can just go, she can go do her gymnastics all day. Sure, thank you. I've been planning a trip to the States for a friend who lives out there. Cool, Morgan. I hope you have a good trip. Florida's the worst state. I disagree. I don't think you live here to call Florida the worst state. Public school teacher here, don't take our 10 weeks of summer break. Yeah, I know. In England, it's like 6. Is it more expensive than England? Overall, yes. Cost of living is higher, but also pay is higher and taxes are lower. Apart from our first taxes out here. we just done our first taxes. As a Brit, do you ever worry about G-Wens? No, I don't worry about inanimate objects. I worry about inanimate objects in in the hands of those who are mentally unstable. I think everyone would. I worry about inanimate objects like knives in the hands of someone who is unstable. I just joined, we're talking about summer camps because I'm doing American camp this year from the UK. Oh, Ems, how cool. Shalom, hello. Calling in from Tel Aviv this morning. Wait, Thursday night, we're going to take a walk tomorrow. Hi. Thoughts on pork? What a random question. How much was the move? £14,500 to move from the UK to the US. That includes 3 dogs. If the dogs were not included, it would have been £9,500. We've gone to Key West. I've been to Key West with my husband as part of our honeymoon trip, but we haven't gone with the kids yet. We lived in Saffron Walden, Essex. Please take our 10-week summer breaks. They should be mandatory. Morgan, thank you for the follow. It's true, the people are the worry. Over here, the kids have begun learning lockdown drills. I know. I don't think Americans know that either. British schools are starting to do lockdown drills. To be fair, safety's paramount. And there are some schools in England where you can literally just hop over a fence that's like knee high and get into the school. Safety, man. Coming to Florida next Friday for a holiday, Universal and Disney Cove. Oh, Discovery Cove. Oh, how fun. I've not done Discovery Cove yet. There were 2 JAG games in London this year, I know. We did, Michelle. So the health insurance plan that we picked, so it's a small company, right? So I think I overestimated the reduction. We've saved £400 a month. No, dollars a month with our health insurance, and it's better health insurance than we had anyway. It's with Florida Blue compared to Oscar Healthcare, I think. But yeah. Have you been to Six Flags? I hear so much about it. I've been to a Six Flags. I don't know whereabouts it was in the States though. Morning, Zesty. It looks cold. It's 10 degrees. Rebecca, thank you for the follow. Do I see e-bikes a lot? I see them sometimes with the kids drive them. Greetings from Serbia. Hi. I'm not in Miami. No, I'm in South Jacksonville. Florida doesn't have a Six Flags. We have better parks. Yeah. Have I been to the Everglades? Nope. It's on my list of places to visit though. I want to go on one of those what are they called? Like the hover things over the Everglades. That's what I do. People of Walmart, there should be a Kids of Key West website. They're all miserable, hot and bored. Airboats. Yeah. I want to go over one of those. That'd be so fun. Like, oh, crocodile. Oh, crocodile. Actually, no, Everglades probably have all of them. Crocodile, caiman, and alligators. Good morning, Cheryl. Do people love your British accent? 50-50. I was in an aesthetics clinic 2 days ago, and then they were obsessed. And they're like, you must meet our other British person. Am I going to go to the beach this summer? Absolutely. Maybe not in the summer. I tend to go to the beach on the outskirts of summer because it's like burning hot. What, Rebecca? They're doing what with the Everglades? Gatorland do airboat tours. There you go. That's what I want. That is what I want. First time I went to America, I went downtown Atlanta. It scared me. I want to go back elsewhere. Yeah, I'm not a city person. I like the suburbs. You don't like the UK anymore. Who said that? I like the UK. I don't like it for me and my family anymore because we have a better life here. Does my house have air conditioning? Absolutely. They all do. What made you choose Florida? Higher income, lower taxes, better weather 90% of the year. I live a life that I could never have afforded in the UK. Way of life is beautiful. Am I in Kissimmee? No, I'm in South Jacksonville. I'm not near Orlando. I was not interested to live near Orlando. We're not mad Disney people. So we were like, there's no point. how much the houses around where you live, they vary between about $300,000 up to 2.2 million. If you're by the water, then you've got millions. Hi Martlet, I've been right here. A lot of followers don't see me on their For You pages for some reason. I don't know. Have you experienced any storms yet that make you lock down in your house? No. House prices in the UK, specifically England, are ridiculous. Yes. Hi, I'm doing great. How are you? How long did you save up to move? 4.5 years. So do you like South Jacksonville better? Better than what? I haven't lived anywhere else in Florida. I only know South Jacksonville. I just came back from Florida. Is it still cold? It's a bit warmer now. It's a bit warmer now. No, I know, Martin. People have been saying that a lot. TikTok's strange. TikTok doesn't really show you to your followers. It shows you to everyone else first, and then it's like, then I'll show you some followers. Yeah, we've been here since July. You sound very intelligent with that beautiful accent, Corey. Thank you. I party with a lot of Brits while living in Thailand, I bet. A fleece in Florida, it's 7 a.m. Has politics affected my move? No. It was lovely yesterday in the UK, so warm and sunny. Yay, good. Do American women like UK men? Yes. Yes. My husband works away, and he went into a Chili's a couple nights ago, and he sat down at the bar, and within probably 2 minutes after someone spoke to him, they were like, "We all fancy you," and I was like, he was on his own. That's why. He was like, "We all think you're really hot," and I was like, "How inappropriate." But he is the accent. He's also very tall. He's 6'4". He's a bit of a beefcake, and he was in his post-gym outfit and post-gym swell. You know, after the gym, you're like, oh. Do I give free advice on what? How hot is it there? It's currently 10 degrees. It'd be 26 Celsius today. Does he play rugby? No, his back would break. No, Mark, we haven't. We aren't 100% sure that. Basically, the owners of this house originally gave the impression that they're going to sell it. Now there's more of an impression that it's going to be, they're either going to sell it or they're going to have someone who does a long-term rent, like a 3-year lease, and that's not what we're going to do. So we now have to wait for them to decide what they're doing, while we are now definitely more intensely looking elsewhere, unfortunately. Because you don't know. We're at the mercy. That's what a 1-year lease is really crazy out here in America, because like within 6 months, the people who own the house are going to be deciding what they're doing with the house, whether to kick you out, and you've only just settled in after like 6-7 months. Yeah, it's fine. We'll figure it out. I have 500 acres of farm in Ohio. That's amazing. Do you want to stay in the Panhandle? We're not in the Panhandle. Grandma Sue, we're in South Jacksonville. What time do kids start and finish? Around the same time, like maybe half an hour earlier. Start and finish out here. It depends what school you go to. Middle school is a bit later, start and end, and then high school is a bit later, start and end as well. What's the Panhandle? Florida kind of does this. So that's the Panhandle up there. I'm just seeing the weather there and the trees behind you and the sounds of the birds. I can tell you made the right choice. It's miserable back here, is it? It's a beautiful spot, isn't it? You do like this bit. Whether or not we can stay here, we don't know. I thought they started at 7:30 a.m. I think they have to get if you are getting a bus to elementary school, you probably have to be getting a bus around that time, yeah. Hi, Thomas from Tampa. I look out my window and see a road, other people's windows and potholes. My old house was the same. Move to the Keys. I need some more moolah. I need a couple mil to get down to the Keys. How far from a Buc-ee's? About 40 minutes. Thank you for the follow. I want to stay near my kids' school, yeah. Just sitting while husband works. Spaghetti. Spaghetti guy revisited. You obviously don't have a wife and children? Or you do, and you have a wife who just, I don't know, what does she do? Tell me your situation. I'm interested. How far have your kids? How have your kids settled? Adjusted to the school. Oh, they've adjusted beautifully. Do I live by universal? No. Are the houses all detached? Yes. The majority of houses are fully detached out here. So who takes your kids to school and picks your kids up from school? Who looks after your children in the summer holidays? Or do you send your kids off to camps and clubs? Oh, you do? Oh, interesting. Have the kids been on a school bus? They have, Corey. They went on a school trip. Oh, bong water. It happens all the time. I don't know why. It's called an on-off schedule. Well, unfortunately, Spaghetti Guy, if you knew our situation, my husband works away. So there is no one else here for the children, for their summer holidays, for all of that stuff. Only me. So we have everyone has their own schedule of how they make family life work. And being ex-military, we're very much used to the schedule that we're on now. Good morning, Marion. How did you choose Jacksonville? Honestly, a website called niche.com. Already on YouTube at 9 a.m. Well, it's not 9 a.m. actually. It's 7:30. It's 7:30 a.m. I go live in the morning before my kids go to school. That's what I do. What time is it there? It is 7:30 a.m. Why are you advertising? This isn't an advert, my friend. We are thinking of moving to Englewood, Florida. Are you familiar with it? No. Renata, hello. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Oh, he sounds like a really, really happy, friendly person. I send lots of love and hugs to all negative people because there's something missing in their lives. Would you do a day in the life on YouTube? I could. Hey, we've hit over the 200 again. Yay, good morning, everybody. Why are you doing this? Loneliness, question mark? So oh, this cracks me up so much. I started this platform, TikTok and YouTube, so that I could document the journey, number one. And then when I made the move, my followers started to skyrocket. So I'm almost 140,000 followers now over on TikTok. And it's now become a job. This is now a job where I get paid by YouTube and TikTok to post videos, to go live, all that kind of stuff. Morning, Mel. What's wrong with the UK? Question mark. Nothing's wrong with the UK. We just have a better life out here. Maggie. It's 12:32 in the UK. It is. You are 5 hours ahead. I'm sure Florida suits a lot of people better. It doesn't mean that they should move there. Why? Why not, Christina? If you are happier somewhere else and you can have a better life and a better quality of life and a better future for your children, why would you not? They should say this house, we love this house, it's our house now. Yeah, Lindsay. Healthcare in America. Yeah, it's not that bad. Healthcare's pretty good. I mean, it's more expensive, but it's private. I don't wait 15 months to see a gynecologist. Do I make pancakes sometimes? Would you be happy to give an average of what you make from doing live streams? Lily, it depends entirely. Some live streams I've come away with a couple $100. Sometimes I come away with zero. It entirely depends. You cannot rely on social media income. But you know, I have enough that can pay for my groceries for the month. Um, I make enough to pay my electric bill, my phone bills, my water bill, basically my utilities and groceries. Through gifts on lives, yes, Renata, gifts are where the money comes from. Whereas it's views on my videos. What country do you belong to? England and America. How much do you pay for your groceries per month there versus the UK? Roughly the same. What was the biggest culture shock between the UK and the US for you? How much better our lives are out here on a daily basis. The main thing that made you move? An adventure. People seem to have the wrong impression of what free healthcare is. Yes. There are positives and negatives to both the American healthcare system and the British healthcare system. Crocodiles. It is Florida, Ryan. Money. Thank you for the follow. It's so depressing and gloomy here. Oh, yeah, I know. That is another reason why we made the move. Do I miss UK drivers? A little bit. I miss the what's the word? Hi, Helena. Oh, what's the word? I miss the UK drivers are more thoughtful, shall we say? They're more thoughtful. My uncle lives in the UK with free healthcare. He's on a 4-year wait list for a knee replacement. I mean, I hear this all the time. This is not rare. What's rare is the insane hospital bills that people are forced to pay. That's rare, more rare, that story, compared to the story I hear about wait times in the UK. 4 years for a knee replacement. It's insane. Hi, Yvonne! You're a year ago and it's been so beautiful. We love it. Cape Coral area. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you love after you've moved. Courteous. Yes, courteous. Do I miss authentic politeness? No. I don't miss British politeness because it doesn't really exist. Authentic. The reason that Brits will call Americans fake is because the social norms are very different. It is normal for Americans, Southern Americans, to be very genuinely polite, friendly, smiley face. Hey, how you doing? Just chat to you out the blue. There's nothing fake about it. Brits will think it's fake because that's not how we're raised. We're not raised to be openly confident and openly friendly. We are raised more in our own bubble. That's why Brits call it fake. It's certainly not fake. Do I feel accepted by my neighbours? What a random question. Yes? You're not being entirely truthful, Ari. Wait times. NHS prioritises urgent care. My mum was waiting for a gynecologist for 15 months. My son was having nosebleeds that were shooting out of his eyeballs due to the pressure. He was on a wait list for 16 months. Yes, they're going to prioritise emergency care, of course. Absolutely. But that is to the detriment of all those who are waiting for non-emergency surgeries. You know, what do you think happens to someone who's waiting for a specialist to fix something gynecological for 15 months? What do you think happens to the situation? I was on a waiting list for gynecology on emergency for 18 months. Katrina, wow. I don't believe you. I'm British and I was seen within 5 weeks for gynae. Hey, that's cool. You must have had a very serious situation. I was seen within I was seen within 2 weeks for a potential lump. Yeah, they do that kind of stuff. That's great. But that's like the 1% of people. You needed a hysterectomy for an emergency. Well, there you go then. Slightly different. I'm glad you were seen quickly. That's great. But the majority of people are not there for an emergency situation. The majority of people are needing their knees replaced with a 4-year wait. I had a 14-month wait for gynecology in Scotland, and I was in agony with it. The stories that I hear of that completely outweigh anything else, unfortunately. 15 months doesn't sound right. That's what it is. I'm not the only one that has those wait times. I have people all the time. My mum was on an urgent one as well. 15 months. So what do you think happens to the situations when they're waiting that long? They get worse. They get to the point where the NHS then needs to do something surgical on something that could have been dealt with in a very different way. That is exactly what happens with the NHS. Both systems are broken. Absolutely. American healthcare system isn't great either for some things, great for others. The NHS is amazing for emergency care, terrible for anything else. Based on my own personal experiences. How much did it cost for everything to move from the UK to the US? £14,500. UK healthcare isn't free, it's paid with your taxes. Correct. I think a lot of people forget that as well. They always ask me, do you miss free healthcare? And I'm like, I never had free healthcare. We did the numbers. Me and my husband paid roughly £450 a month directly towards the NHS and our taxes. National insurance goes towards the NHS, and about 20% of your taxes overall, your income taxes, goes directly towards the NHS. About £450 a month. Every single month. Both need to be sorted out, but please provide truthful balance. I cannot provide a balance if I have not experienced the other side, if that makes sense. I can only talk about my experiences, and then other people will come on and share theirs. I can't sit here and go, oh, well, someone says that they can have it within 4 months, but my personal experience was 16 months to see a specialist. I can talk about my personal experiences, and then you guys, I know, the geese. You guys can then come in, that's where you guys come in my chat. And unfortunately, when you go through my chat, it is all very negative towards the wait times and stuff like that. So we have excellent healthcare, but we pay higher prices for it, good and bad with both systems. Absolutely. Your experience was the same as mine, as lots of others that I know. Yeah. But I've been going on... Dude! I have been going live for... Oh, they're flying now. Off they go. Bye. So loud. I've been going live for, I don't know, 8 months maybe now. And the stories that I hear are weighing up in the same places. American healthcare, more expensive but better. British healthcare, not as expensive, but not as good. Was the 14,000 explicitly for visas? No. The £14,500 was for visas. It was for flights, hotels, car rentals, and the dogs as well. Morning, Jen. I'm in America. Florida's the worst state for healthcare. I'm sorry that you feel that way. We've had pretty good healthcare. Why would it be the worst state for healthcare, out of curiosity? Have you lived in many states? Have you had... No, I lie. Have you experienced healthcare in many states? My taxes are 10%. It leaves room for the healthcare. Corey! Everyone's going to have very different experiences with different places. Absolutely. As always, I can only ever talk about my experiences. Have I filed taxes yet? Alison! Yes. We have just finished up with our tax man 2 days ago. Please send the geese up north. What part of UK do we live? We were in we were in Essex. Brown eyed girl, thank you for the follow. Florida, I have. Florida actually has both the best and the worst, to be honest. It depends on where you go and what doctor. Yeah, I bet. Everything depends on who your health insurance is with as well. I was in the loony bin in North Carolina and South Carolina. I had more fun in the South Carolina loony bin. You haven't lived in Louisiana if you think Florida's healthcare is bad, says Cicada. Hi from Norfolk. Everyone talks about property taxes. What's going to be happening this year for property taxes, everybody, in Florida? What's going to be happening in Florida for property taxes? Deirdre, thank you for the repost. What's my favourite thing about growing up in the UK when you moved from America? I do not remember. I was bullied relentlessly when I moved from America to England. Oh, me too. Yes, best grandma. Bring on that property tax reduction. Whoop, whoop. Maggie, yeah, I think it's going to be cut in half or more. You have more of a southwestern accent, not so much Essex. Yeah, I'm not from Essex. My husband was just posted in Essex for the last 7 years of our military career. Did you guys find it easy to move to the States? Are you sponsors? We came over on the family sponsorship, IR1 and IR2. I was born in Seattle, Washington. I moved to England when I was 7. That is how I have the ability to sponsor my family. So tired of being pushed out of my hometown for corporations to build more gated houses. Well, I don't live in a gated community. I live in a house that's built in 1999. Okay. There's another lady from the UK that just moved to Jacksonville. Yeah. Oh, she's live now at the same time as well. Oh, she's called Sunshine something. I can't remember. Whereabouts was I raised in the UK? All over. Initially raised in Berkshire. I lived in Berkshire through my schooling. And then I moved to London with a boyfriend at 17. And then I came back and then I lived... Oh, hey, birdie. Are you making a nest? Bird just chilling out there. What's for breakfast? I don't know. The kids feed themselves in the morning. It's great. Fake accent? No. What does sponsor your family mean? It means that is how they gained access. I brought them here. I used my birthright. Do your kids like the schools? Yes. 36 years in New York City from Warwickshire. Hey! How do you love it? You've been in New York City the whole time? Or have you travelled somewhere else? Or have you lived anywhere else? How do the kids enjoy schools? They love it. Fake accent. Some of the things people assume with you is hilarious. Katrina, I know. Have you travelled the US yet to see other parts of the country? I have. We have done a bit of travelling. I did a bit of travelling back in our honeymoon. We drove from LA to New York. My plan is, my husband's job's a bit tricky, so we're kind of... My husband is becoming a integral part of the company, and then he's going to request maybe not working 5 and 6 weeks straight. We're going to see what happens. I'm just scrolling live to say have a bright day and a bright and joyful day. I hope you do as well. Any plans to travel more America? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Whether I do it alone with my kids and the dogs, and then whenever he is back, we do some stuff with him. But to be fair, your lives are a breath of fresh air. Breath of fresh hair. Araby. So naturally beautiful, happy and bubbly. Katrina, thank you. Does he only work in Florida? Potentially. He can work everywhere. It depends where he gets sent. Ooh, I hear police. Or fire or an ambulance. We hope you're okay. That's what we do. Every time we hear something, we're like, hope you're right. What do I miss about the UK? Honestly, really not much. Life here is pretty beautiful. Update on house hunting. We don't know if this is going to be the house that we buy. The owners are deciding whether they're going to either long-term rent it, which we are not interested in because rent is crazy expensive. I'd rather own my house. So we have to kind of, but we're actively looking still. Do you miss family? Oh, no, of course I miss family. Family, the obvious one. But we have lived away from our family for most of all of our married life. My husband's military. I've lived abroad with him. I've never had. There's birds over. I've never had my family nearby since I was a kid. It's picking up. The warmth is back. It's just in the mornings, a bit chilly. We are in. That's an Irish accent. No, it's definitely not an Irish accent. Did you like living in Germany? It was alright. Never had a jellied eel. My name's Emily. I always forget to introduce myself. Hi. The owners they haven't changed their mind about selling Zaffi, but they've gone from selling to now talking with the realtor and deciding their options either to long-term rent or to sell. And they'll let us know around April or May. So we have to have a backup plan. Did I learn any German? I did. It's my garden. You were born in Cocoa Beach. I'm very good. How are you this morning? You should take the kids to Disney. I will do it at some point, but I want my husband to be there. Are people surprised when you tell them you were born in America because of the accent? No, because I lived in England from the age of 7. So it's very typical for me to not sound American in the slightest. Best grandma, I would love to. Yes. Even in that home, it looks like you have room for a nice above ground pool. Yeah, well, I would want to put in. That's another reason why we don't want to long-term rent. We can't do anything to the house, and I want to do things to the house. I don't want a long-term rent. I don't want to pay someone else's mortgage. We've been doing that for a long time. We have been permanent rent in the military life for a long, long time. Right, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to go get my kids' packed lunches ready. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you haven't already, press that subscription button over here on YouTube. Come and subscribe and press that big follow button at the top here. Do you like the pool screen enclosures? Yes and no, Corey. I'd rather have an open pool, but I can guess why people have it, because then the bugs aren't in it and the bits from the trees and whatnot. Maggie. I've got my other fleece on today. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for the follow, Teresa. I will see everyone tomorrow morning. Jenna, I'm just literally coming off. Jenna, have a wonderful day. Hello and goodbye. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later.